Alright, so I am back, and today we are going to take a look at the Combiner Wars Quickslinger, or slingshot if you will. And of course he's just a repaint and slight retool of Firefly. So we've already seen this before. Sorry if I sound like I'm losing my enthusiasm a little bit, but the Combiner Wars are making me start lose my enthusiasm a little bit. It's like, this was exciting. Wild Rider was exciting. That's the extent of my excitement for the rest of the year for Combiner Wars. I could care less about the next line that's coming out. The Fembots, whatever. It's just going to be straight repaints, slight retools. Maybe we'll get some new heads thrown in there. They're not going to look like Fembots. They're just going to be like this guy painted pink. Because that's how it's going to happen. That's it. That's what's going to happen. I promise you guys this. The Onslaught Bruticus design looks good. After that, there's nothing in the Deluxe / Voyager line that really piques my interest. Skylinks is a different story, but I don't even really consider him part of this line because I think he looks good. And because he looks good, he can't be a Combiner War, right? Anyway, let's go back to him. Sorry. So he comes with the foot, hand, gimmick thing, whatever. Comes with gun. Same mold as the Firefly gun. No differences there. So, he pointed at things. Yeah. Head is on a ball joint, so you get the full up, left, right, a little down, not too much, but full up, which is pretty cool. So he can look like he's flying. That's cool. I like it. Shoulders, ball joints. There's also the hinge in there for transformation, so you can kind of get a little bit there. There is a bicep swivel right above the elbow. Elbow's got kind of a ratchet going on here, which is weird. Waist swivel, hips are on ball joints. Thigh swivel, bends at the knee, and nothing really at the foot. And that's it. Transformations, again, we've seen this before. So, rotate the head around. Pull this up, just like so. You undo the legs, and these will fold up. Like so. I'm going to try and do the rest of this review not being biased. With other figures coming in the line, and just focus on the figure at hand. Just fold all this together. There we go. Snaps in pretty nicely there. Pull the arms down, and then there's this little tab right there. I'll plug in this little slot right there. I'm also irritated because my shelves at all my Walmarts are still sitting with Wave 1. I have not seen anything else aside from Wave 1. I'm still getting Age of Extinction Galvatrons showing up in my stores. So that's how it always works out with Transformers for me. Alright, I'll fold the wings down, and there you go. You got your nice little jet. It's got landing gear, folds down on the front. Nothing really for landing gear in the back, but it does its job. Looks good. And yeah, I like him. I like this mold. I said this in the Fireflight mold that he was my favorite of the line, and he still is. And I've got to say, this guy isn't any different. I do really like it. I think he's the best one of the line, and maybe one of the best of the Combiner Wars has to offer. I like the new head sculpt. It really does look like Slingshot. Undo these pieces. You unfold the legs. Just clamps them back together. Fold the wings back, and this comes up, and there you go. But yeah, I really do think that this is one of the best of the molds. Him being used as Blastoff, that's a good thing, because again, I really like the mold, although I do think Blastoff deserves a new face, because that's not a Blastoff face. So hopefully he gets a new head. So for comparison, here he is next to Nemesis and the Seeker. Still haven't fixed his wings yet. I'm getting to it eventually. Here he is with the Legends, or leader figure. See how he looks there. And Optimus. So I think he scales really well with a Chug line. I think he's just about perfect for Chug collectors. He's a great mold, great paint. The white is very vibrant. I like it. I'm not going to sit here and say there's anything really wrong with him. I think he's pretty good. Here he is with Skydive, so you can see him with some of his teammates, and Alpha Bravo. And yeah, they look pretty good. I like this team. It's a good team. I have decided I'm going to be selling all of these guys. This guy's actually already sold. But I'm going to be selling all my Combiner Wars guys that I have so far, and I'll be getting the United, or the Takara Unite versions. Because they just look like they're a little bit better on the paint details. So I'm pretty excited. Alright, so combine mode. Rotate his head around. Rotate that down. Pull these arms up like so. And then you can just rotate them down. Honestly, you just kind of have to play with it and find a way to move the arms in a way that you find the least obstructive. There's no right or wrong here. Rotate like this. Snap the legs together. And I like using him as an arm. I just think he works best as an arm. Hands, fold the hand down. Thumb out. Seriously, we've seen this enough times to say I really don't need to show it off. And then we get our Superion. And then we can just slide this into place. And he looks pretty good. I like him. I mean, no, he's not perfect. He's not a $500 combiner, but he's pretty good for being a, let's see, $30, $60, $85 combiner. I think he's pretty good. I'm not going to sit here and say he's bad. He's not a bad option. He's not a great option, but he's not a bad option at all. I really do like this mold. I like the idea. And I think the execution on this guy is pretty well, considering he's just a repaint of him. All things considered, things could be a lot worse when it comes to that. Now, what would I rate him? I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. And the 6 out of 10 has nothing to do with his paint, his quality, or the overall look of the figure, because those are all awesome. The 6 out of 10 is for his availability. He's hard to get. He was online exclusive. Only a few retailers got him. You won't see this guy in stores, as far as I know. He's not coming to stores. And that is really irritating. The fact that we get this guy instead of this guy. It's not kosher. I don't like it. And because of that, I'm giving him a low score. It's one of those, here's the best options for you as a collector. If you're looking at this figure as a legitimate option for being a combiner figure for you, okay, that's fine. I'm not going to fault you in that at all. No, because I think this is a legitimate option for Superion. I really do. Now, this guy, as far as this guy is concerned, though, we already have Alpha Bravo. So, do you really want to spend the time to track down the limb? This particular jet? I say it's not worth it. Not with having an Alpha Bravo. Because you can use Alpha Bravo as an arm just as well as he can be used as an arm. Yeah, he's not part of the team, but you know, who cares? At this point, if you're settling for this, and I don't want to be sounding like I'm knocking on you, but if you're settling for this combiner, getting this arm isn't going to resolve everything else. So I would say there's no purpose not to get Alpha Bravo. Just get Alpha Bravo, get the retail figures, don't have to track down this expensive online bot, and just be happy with this. Now, if this Alpha Bravo does not work for you, and you need to have slingshot, then I say don't bother with the retail figures at all. Get the Takara version. It's going to come with the proper ones, and it's going to come in a little bit better paint details. That's what I'm going to go with. I'm actually going Masterpiece. I'm just collecting these guys as I go, just because I think they're fun to play with. I think they're fun figures. There's nothing wrong with them. But that's my opinion. If you need slingshot, just get the Takara version. Don't bother getting this guy. It's bullshit that they did it the way they did it. Takara came out, right away and said, "Hey, we're going to be doing the same figure, but we're giving you the right arm." It's not worth the effort to track down a repaint, just a straight repaint with a new head, as something that already came out to retail. If you're really bothered with having a helicopter in your aerial bots, then maybe pick up an extra aerial bot. Just pick up an extra jet. Yeah, you'll have two of the same jets, but you're going to have two of the same jets anyway. So, like I said, if it really bugs you, get the Takara version. And if, you're not satisfied with this set as a whole, and you're going to start getting the hands upgrade, the chest upgrade, the head upgrade, and whatever upgrades else they're going to throw at you, at that point, when does one say enough is enough, and just get the TFC Superion, because that's what we're leaning towards. Because right now, this set, if you were able to pick this guy up in time and get it at retail price, okay, let me backtrack. So I got I got this version of the set on Big Bad Toy Store. I got the Superion, and I got the full set. So I paid for all the jets. So that was $65. Okay, Superion was $25. So we're sitting at $90 here. Okay, then I pick up this guy. That's another $15 plus shipping. So let's say $20. So now we're at what? $115. Okay, $115 for this set. Now if you got the Takara version, you're going right to $130. Okay. Now I didn't like the antenna, so I bought the hard antenna for him. So there's another $5. So let's see, $140. Right? No, $120. Okay. So now you want to get the hands and feet upgrade from Perfect Effect. Okay, so add another $35. So now we're at $155. Then you want to get the chest upgrade and the head upgrade. Okay, so there's another $35. Not even including shipping. So there's almost $200. Add shipping in, $200. So you're looking at $200 or a little over $200, like almost $250 for the Takara version. It's still half the price of the TFC Superion, but you're still at the point of how much more upgrades are we going to get from this thing? How much more are we going to really put into it? Because if you're spending $250 for this guy, honestly, that's way too much money, and you might want to think about moving up to the TFC version. There you go. But I'm not bashing this figure. I'm just saying I think if we're going to get into this, how much money that we're going to spend on these figures, we might want to rethink on if these things are legitimately a good option as opposed to the third-party ones, which we know are better quality and better designed. So we just got to weigh it out. Think really hard. If you want to spend $250 to get the full upgrade, or if you're happy with the way this looks and you're spending, $85. I'm going to probably go through the same speech with the Minosaur because I'm going to do Wild Rider next. But yeah, if you're spending $250 to get all the upgrades, then, do you want to move forward and just get the TFC version? Because brand new, you're looking at about $500. You could probably pick them up used from about $350 to $400. So there you go. Those are your options right there. You got to weigh it out and think what's best for you. So there you go. Quite frankly, if you're looking for this, just look right here. Don't want the upgrades. You don't care about him, then Alpha Bravo, then yeah, good option. If you care about him, then get the United version. Or the Takar version. It's a little bit more expensive, but I think in the long run it's going to be worth it.